This opens up so many possibilities, and of course, if we zoom in really close, we've got a vector. It's infinitely scalable. There's a new way out there to turn your AI images into vectors, which is super powerful and exciting, because that means if you have vector editing software, you can very easily remove the background of the images. You can change things such as the color or the paths, and what's most important, we can now infinitely scale these vectors to make sure that our prints never turn out blurry or pixelated. So if you've been following this channel for a little while, then you might recognize this graphic. It was in one of my first Midjourney t-shirt design tutorials, and I also ordered this, or an upscaled version of this, on a t-shirt just to check out the print quality. Now this is the original Midjourney file, not the upscaled version, and as you can see, this is extremely pixelated. It looks absolutely horrible, and this would obviously look terrible if it was printed on anything bigger than a sticker, essentially. What I'm going to do now with this graphic is I'm going to use it on this new website, which will turn it into a vector, and you'll be amazed by the results. So here we are on the site in question. This is vectorize.ai, and it says beta right there. That's important because they do say this is free while in beta. So if you're watching this in the future, I'm sorry if it's already like a paid for plan for this. At the moment it is free, which is just unbelievable considering how powerful it is already. So all you have to do here is just drag and drop your file into this, and I will mention it does work better for AI images that look like graphics, more like a t-shirt print. It doesn't work as well for something like a photograph. Like a photograph, turning that into a vector doesn't work very well. So for those, you would still have to use traditional upscalers for the best result. But here we go, it's taken like 10 seconds while I was chatting, and it's all done. And if we zoom in now, I might actually hide my face for this bit because it's just too amazing. You can enjoy the beauty of this. If we zoom in now, you can see on the left hand side the before, and on the right hand side the after, and the result for the vectorized format is just amazing. It's exactly what you'd want it to be. It's gotten rid of all of the pixelated horrible blurriness around the edge as well, and just turned it into a perfect vector basically. And if we zoom in on different sections like the sunglasses, it just does a really good job of smoothing out the path without creating like lots of useless objects to resemble like the pixelation, which is something that I've noticed in Adobe Illustrator. If you try and turn one of these files into a vector in Adobe Illustrator with their function, it doesn't turn out very good, and would require a lot of work still. So this is what you have to do. Just drag and drop it in here, wait a few seconds, and then you can click download. And if you now drag and drop this SVG file into Illustrator or any other vector editing software. So here we go, and first of all, what you can do is click on the background and just hit delete. Well, you can move it around, you can see, get an idea of what it's like, and then hit delete, and there we go, we've removed the background. That is so much easier than doing it in Photoshop even. And if we drag this out, as you can see, it's done a really good job of just, yeah, erasing the background for us that way. You can do some other stuff now, of course, with it being a vector. If you don't like this color, you can just click on this and adjust the colors if you wanted to. Obviously this is a very complex design in terms of the different colors in it, but nevertheless, you have that option. You know, in Photoshop, that is a lot more difficult. And then you can obviously, of course, change the path and customize that if you wanted to. You can also delete little objects really easy without having to use a mask tool. It's just, this opens up so many possibilities, and of course, if we zoom in really close, we've got a vector. It's infinitely scalable. For this sort of stuff, for t-shirt design, just looks a lot better than an upscaled image or photograph. So for those of you who do not have a vector editing tool, I've actually added a free bundle of vectorized Midjourney graphics for you in the description. You can download that for free. You can use it commercially. You can sell it as a print-on-demand product. I don't mind. I created those things in Midjourney, and I used Vectorize to turn them into vectors so that you can use them however you like. Have fun with it, using it in your designs, whether you add text to it or not, I don't really care. I do recommend adding some text to it and creating more custom designs rather than just uploading random graphics. But nevertheless, I hope you have fun with that bundle. If you enjoyed this video and you want to get more sales with your print-on-demand business, then you will definitely benefit from watching this video next, which is my full process and walkthrough of Etsy print on demand with Midjourney.